And we didn't even know there was 2 of them in the car, because the car was so squashed that eventually the fire brigade had been through the car. Eventually I'm just looking at the car trying to work out things, and it'd been pushed 500 meters down the road. The impact was so big, and all the buildings were burning because the other car had smashed into the fire brigade, and it's all craziness. And then I just saw this hand coming out of the footwell, and that's where the wife was crushed in the footwell. That's just insane force.
You're like, on, that's the wrong.
What's that? It's a boot. It's like, facing the wrong way. And and so that intellectual, and like you say, that may be playing, what saddens me is this guy's obviously fought in the war. He survived probably 2 wars, and he pulls out at 3 o'clock in the morning and that's it. That's his numbers up. And that's just insanely sad, because that human connection.
And this is why it's really important. I've got my white pen here because I'm always taking notes when I'm talking to you, because I'm always that is a really good thing. And so when someone's dealing with me with grief and depression and had come to me with that story, I would just be feeling beauty. I'd be sitting there going, man, this is, I know it's manifesting as negative feelings in you at the moment, but that's beautiful that you recognize all of that. And when you change the energy and the motive of the story, even nightmares, when you start reverse engineering and talking it back around, is no one feels pain if they don't have a heart. No one feels guilt if they don't have a conscience. It always manifests as a negative and something bad in order to protect you, which is the doorway into the good, right? That doesn't make any sense to anyone else, but Bint knows what I'm talking about.
And your vessel, don't let your vessel get full of that negative and that sad. You empty it, because you've got to have room for the next one.
Talk us through how you empty your cup, and I'll do mine. So if you're watching this right now, and this is just you can feel this tremor right at the top of the cup, right, when you're hearing all this stuff. If you're feeling that tremor now, we're going to show you how do you empty your cup.
Right. When I was a paramedic, I was asked on a radio show, what's your coping mechanism? And I said, a clever use of black humor and the cunning use of pubs. So we would go and debrief ourselves, right, on the way home. We'd go have a pint, and we would talk about our jobs, and we would talk about them in a humorous way.